The envelope was still warm from the printer when she saw it. Aisha froze at the doorway. The room smelled faintly of ink and coffee. The late afternoon sun slipped through the blinds, cutting the office into strips of golden shadow. And there he was, Arman, standing by the desk, one hand still resting on the papers as if he hadn't decided whether to hold on or let go. "What is that?" Her voice cracked, though she already knew. He didn't answer immediately. That silence was louder than anything. Aisha stepped closer, her heartbeat turning violent in her chest. She didn't wait for permission. She picked up the papers. Her eyes skimmed the first line. Divorce agreement. The world didn't shatter. It simply emptied. "No," she whispered, shaking her head slowly. "No, no, you don't get to do this." Arman finally looked at her. His face wasn't angry. It wasn't even cold. It was tired. "I already did." She laughed, but it came out broken. "You're joking, right? This is some kind of test." "No." One word. Sharp. Final. Her fingers tightened around the papers. "After everything, after 10 years, this is how you end it. A document." "It didn't start with a document either," he replied quietly. That hit harder. Aisha stepped back like she'd been slapped. "So that's it. You just woke up one day and decided I'm not worth it anymore." Arman's jaw tightened. "I gave you 3 chances." She blinked. "What? 3 chances, Aisha?" The room grew colder. "I told you," he continued, voice steady but heavy, "if things didn't change, I wouldn't stay." Her mind raced, but refused to land. "What chances?" she demanded. "You never." "I did," he cut in, not raising his voice but cutting through her anyway. "You just never listened." Silence swallowed him again. Outside, a car passed. Somewhere far away, a dog barked. Inside, everything was breaking. Aisha looked back down at the papers, her vision blurring. "This isn't real." "It is." "No," she whispered. "Because if it were, you would have fought harder." Arman let out a slow breath. "I did." And that was the moment something inside her began to crack. The first chance came quietly. So quietly, she almost missed it. It was a rainy night, months ago. Aisha had come home late, heels in one hand, phone in the other, laughing at a message. The house was dim, only the living room lamp glowing faintly. Arman was sitting there, waiting. "You're late," he said. She barely looked up. "Meeting ran long." "With who?" she sighed, dropping her bag carelessly. "Arman, not tonight. I'm exhausted." He studied her face, searching for something she refused to give. "We need to talk." She groaned softly. "Can it wait? It's important." That word annoyed her more than it should have. "Everything is important with you lately," she muttered, walking past him. His voice followed her. "You're not here anymore." That made her stop. "What does that even mean?" "It means," he said slowly, "you're in this house, but you're not in this marriage." She turned, arms crossing defensively. "I work, Arman. That's what adults do. I'm not talking about work." "Then what?" He stood up now, closing the distance between them. "When was the last time you sat with me without checking your phone? When was the last time you asked how I am, and actually listened?" She hesitated, but only for a second. "This is ridiculous." "That's what you always say." "Because it is." His shoulders dropped slightly. That was the first crack. "I'm asking you to try," he said softly. "Just try." A pause. A choice. Aisha rolled her eyes. "Fine, I'll try." But she didn't mean it. And he knew. That was chance 1. The second chance came louder. It came with raised voices and shattered glass. It was their anniversary. Arman had planned everything. Dinner, candles, her favorite flowers. He waited, and waited, and waited. The food went cold. The candles burned low. When Aisha finally walked in, it was past midnight. She smelled like perfume that wasn't hers. "Where were you?" he asked, voice dangerously calm. She blinked, surprised by the setup. "Oh, I forgot." Those 2 words destroyed something. You forgot our anniversary. I had an important dinner. With who? She hesitated. That was all he needed. Was it him again? Arman's voice hardened. Her expression changed instantly. Don't start. Answer me. It was just a colleague. Just a colleague doesn't make you forget your husband exists. She slammed her purse down. Why are you making this a big deal? He laughed bitterly. Because it is a big deal. It's just a date. It's our date. The tension snapped. I'm tired of this. She shouted. Your constant complaining. Your emotional lectures. I can't breathe around you. Something in Arman went still. Then leave. The words shocked them both. But she didn't leave. Instead, she said something worse. Maybe I should've. That was chance 2. And it shattered more than glass that night. The third chance didn't come with shouting. It came with silence. A dangerous, heavy silence. Arman stopped asking questions. Stopped waiting. Stopped hoping. Aisha noticed, but misread it. She thought things had finally calmed down. But in reality, he had already begun to let go. One evening, he sat beside her on the couch. We can still fix this, he said quietly. She didn't look away from her phone. Fix what? Us. There's nothing broken. He stared at her for a long moment. That's the problem. She sighed. Arman, I don't have the energy for this again. I'm giving you one last chance, he said. That made her laugh softly. One last chance. What is this? A movie? His eyes dimmed. Yes, he said. For me, it is. She didn't take him seriously. Didn't see the final thread holding them together. Relax, she said. Everything's fine. But everything wasn't fine. And when he stood up and walked away that night, he didn't come back the same. That was chance 3. Back in the present, Aisha's hands trembled. You never said it like this, she whispered. I did, Arman replied. Just not in a way you cared to hear. Tears filled her eyes now. Why didn't you fight harder? His expression cracked for the first time. Because I was the only one fighting. That truth landed like a knife. She stepped closer. It's not too late. Yes, he said softly. It is. No. Please. I waited for you, he continued. For months. I begged in ways I didn't even recognize myself. But love shouldn't feel like begging. Her tears fell freely now. I'll change. He shook his head. You're saying that now because you're losing me. And isn't that enough? He looked at her. Really looked. It should have been enough before. She followed him as he moved toward the door. You can't just walk away. I already did, he said. When? A long time ago. She grabbed his arm. Look at me. He did. And that's when she saw it. Not anger. Not hatred. Just absence. I love you, she whispered desperately. His eyes softened. But not enough. I know, he said. But I don't feel it anymore. Her grip loosened. The world tilted. The house felt enormous after he left. Too quiet. Too empty. Aisha sat alone, surrounded by memories she had ignored for too long. She saw it now. Every missed moment. Every careless word. Every chance she thought would come again. But chances don't wait forever. And neither do people. Weeks later, she signed the papers. Her hand didn't tremble this time. Because the pain had settled into something deeper. Something permanent. As she placed the pen down, she whispered softly. I heard you. Too late. Outside, life moved on. Cars passed. People laughed. Somewhere, someone fell in love. And somewhere else, someone learned that love doesn't end in one moment. It ends in all the moments you chose not to care.